Welcome back to another episode of the Little Growth Podcast. And I'm your host, Damson. If you have not yet done so, be sure to follow, be sure to subscribe, and be sure to leave a rating and review of this show wherever you find it, whether it's on Spotify, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, whether it's on YouTube. The more ratings and reviews and the more comments and the more likes that we get is an opportunity to push this content towards people that actually need it and grow our community further. Today, we're talking about a concept that everyone knows, that most people fear, and very few actually understand. We're talking about karma. You've heard the phrase, what goes around comes around. It's become a bit of a cliche, hasn't it? We usually say it when we want to see someone get their share of the dessert. But karma isn't just about revenge. Karma is actually a mirror. It is the idea that the energy you put into the world is the exact energy that finds its way back to your doorstep. Today, we're going to look at why we get stuck in these cycles, how different pop stars and how very many movies that we watch actually share the same philosophy. And we're going to look at how to break free from the past so you can finally start winning in the present. Now, let us start with a line that I believe everyone sang at the top of their lungs at least once. Justin Timberlake famously sang, "What goes around, goes around, goes around, comes all the way back around," sort of how the song goes. In the song, he is talking about betrayal and heartbreak, but I looked closer as I was listening to it one time, and I also now considered the fact that he is talking about a universal law. When you act out of malice, when you act out of greed, or when you act out of dishonesty, you are not just hurting someone else, you are setting a vibration for your own life. Now, let's not get this twisted. I am not deluding you to believe that karma is some guy who lives in the sky and he's keeping check, he's keeping score of all of the things that you're doing. No. Karma is a natural consequence. Think of it like this. If you throw a ball at a wall, it's going to bounce back at you. It's not punishing you. It's just physics. If you throw hate, hate bounces back. If you throw love, love bounces back. If you throw jealousy, jealousy bounces back. And so on and so forth. So, if we know that what goes around comes around, why do we keep doing things that bring us bad results? It's because most of us are living everywhere except the here and now. We react to people based on feelings fueled by past experiences and based on feelings fueled by future anxiety. Maybe you were lied to 3 years ago. That's in the past. Now, when someone is 5 minutes late, when someone doesn't keep a commitment to you and they apologize, you explode. You aren't reacting to them. Truth of the matter is, you are reacting to a ghost from your past. Same thing applies to the future. You might be so worried about losing your job next month that you find yourself being rude to your colleagues today. When we live in the past, when we live in the future, our brain stays in survival mode, and that's the science that is behind it. We make choices out of fear, and fear always creates a negative around, a negative loop. We are so busy looking behind us, or we are so busy looking so ahead of us that we trip over what's right in front of us. Now, this brings us to one of the most profound pieces of advice ever given by a fictional character, a tortoise, no less. Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda said, "Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present." What I learned from this is karma is what we create in the present. If you want a better tomorrow, you have to change what you are putting around today. If you stay stuck in the history of your trauma, you'll keep repeating the same mistakes. If you stay stuck in the mystery of your anxiety, you'll never take a risk. Karma is simply the cumulative effect of how you handle the gift of the present. And it's not just pop stars and animated characters that talk about this. Philosophers and spiritual leaders from different sects have been screaming this for centuries. Siddhartha Gautama, famously known as the Buddha, he taught that the mind is everything. What you think, you become. And your thoughts are the first step of karma. Also famously said by the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. He said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Marcus Aurelius understood that if you react to a bad person by being a bad person, you have just invited their bad karma into your own life. And there is a simple proverb which says, "He who plants thorns should not expect to gather roses." So, do not go out into the world planting hate, planting confusion, planting drama, planting fear, planting betrayal, and expect to reap love, expecting to reap success, expecting to reap happiness. That is not how karma works. Karma is not a threat. Karma is an opportunity. It means that you are in control. If you don't like what's coming around, if you don't like what's going around in your life right now, the drama, the lack of support, the stress, look at what you have been sending around. So, next time someone triggers you, stop. Ask the question, am I reacting to this person or am I reacting to my past? And if you're listening to this episode, do one thing today that is purely kind with zero expectation of a reward. And watch how that changes the vibe of your day. And do me a favor and post a screenshot of this episode on your story on Instagram. Tag me at little.growth20 and tell me one thing that you're committing to sending around this week. And to push this initiative towards the bigger community, we're going to send around and use the hashtag #LittleGrowthKarma. Remember, you are the architect of your own echo. I am Damson, and this has been the Little Growth Podcast. And I'll leave you with this for today. Be present, be kind, and keep growing. I'll see you in the next one.